Okay, so this is my response to the question that was asked of me after posting my second vlog. The question was, what challenges or questions am I bringing to the next time I go to placement? And so, um, I think, and Kyle mentioned how I've been talking and reflecting a lot about my role in placement, and I'm curious about how my presence in each of the rooms that I'm in affects the room and the kids that are there. Um, and I'm also questioning how I can treat the children or approach them in a way that is less teachery in the sense that, like, I'm going to teach you something, and more like, let's learn about this together and let's be curious together. And how can I encourage them to be curious by themselves without giving them the right answer, and being open to their actual answers, if that makes any sense. I had an experience not at placement this week where I was asking the kids that I was teaching to reflect on their performance and think about one thing that they think they did well and one thing that they think they maybe could improve on. And I do ask them to share. I do this um, basically every week, actually. And sometimes I get them to share, and sometimes I just get them to think about it themselves, and then, apply whatever they've thought about into their next performance or the next time we run through whatever we're doing. And there's not as much opportunity to do that at this placement, but I'm looking for those opportunities. Like, I'm looking for um, these ways in which I can frame questions that doesn't come across as condescending. Like, I had a moment this past Thursday where I I asked the kid beside me. We were playing cornet, and I asked the child, "What's the fingering for F sharp?" And they put down finger one, and I was like, "Oh," and we were kind of rushed, and I was like, "Oh, it's this. It's the second finger." But if I were given more time, or in another situation, or if I were allowed to do that again, maybe I would have said, "Oh, try again," or I don't know. But is that condescending still, or does that sound like, "Oh, nope, that wasn't right. That wasn't what I was thinking." And what's the line there? Like, how long can I keep asking them questions before I eventually have to say, "Okay, no, this is actually like." If you're thinking about fingering on an instrument, that is pretty objective. So maybe that's not the best example. But anyways, uh, I digress. That's what I've been struggling with. That's what I've been thinking about. And I'm looking forward to going into placement this week on Thursday with those kind of questions. And I have been to placement since I posted my second vlog, and it's getting more comfortable every time. So that's awesome. As I finished that last clip, I totally caught myself and noticed that I said the word awesome. I'm still working on it.